Hello and welcome to Worms and Warriors, and this is Grand Tactician The Civil War. It's our 1862 campaign. You're joining us for episode 2. If you missed the last episode, why not go back and check that out? You missed all the setup for the campaign, and you missed a battle over here in the Shenandoah Valley. So from this point on, spoiler alerts, obviously, for what happened in the previous episode. Just a note, if you are new here or a returning viewer who doesn't know, then that these videos are chaptered, so if there's any part of this video you don't feel like watching, you can simply skip ahead to wherever it is you want to go to. Here we are then, we're going to talk strategy to start with. The overall strategy is pretty much that we are in a very, very tight spot with this 1862 start. It's been discussed many times, of course, by many different people, including myself on our Discord channel and with people on Steam and in comments on videos generally, that 1862 is a year where really there's no actual real reason why the Union didn't take Richmond, other than McClellan's timidity and incompetence. So that's kind of where we find ourselves, but we are facing AI McClellan, who is not McClellan from his history, and he is going to be a bit more of a challenge, and I suspect he's going to press us hard around Richmond, and we're prepared for that, or as prepared as we can be anyway. So that's the biggest concern here in the east. Let's just pop the front lines on. You can see we've lost control of pretty much the whole of the Shenandoah Valley. We're retreating on Stanton here with Stonewall's 5,195 remaining men and 2,200 wounded. So they're pulling back towards Stanton. What I've done here, because we lost this battle obviously, so again, if you missed that, go check it out. But we lost this battle. We're having to pull back towards Stanton, and I'm powering up with Loring's force here, the Department of Southwestern Virginia, to come and reinforce this army. There's only 3,900 of them, but that's going to give us a better chance than without them being there. However, that really opens this whole place up. And we can see the Kanawha divisions just up here, the mountain departments here. We're very heavily outnumbered, kind of outmaneuvered as well from the start of the very scenario. We are in a very, very tight spot. Magruder's pulled back from Williamsburg here towards Richmond, and that's fine. He was never going to be able to stop them with 11,000 men. Although historically, he did a really nice job of slowing down the Union, like a defensive holding action, and of course McClellan, being McClellan, thought he was probably facing about 200,000 rebels, and just it took him forever to get moving anyway, basically. So that's where we are here in the east. The east it's a real issue here. It's a real problem. Our forces are outnumbered everywhere. This 22,000 man corps here is a problem. I think this is McDowell's corps up here. And basically we're having to pull everybody away from Northern Virginia, except I'm leaving Gustavus Smith with the reserve of 9,300 men. So, I mean, if he comes down with these 22,000, that's going to be a tough fight. I mean, it's like I keep saying, this game is not like historically. It's not like it is historically. You can't kind of do proper holding actions. You can't delay the enemy. Basically, if he's got 22,000 men, you've got 9,000 men. Chances are he's going to steamroller you. But we'll do our best, obviously, not to have that happen. But anyway, so we've got Loring moving up here towards Stanton. We need to try and reinforce this because we can't really have Richmond outflanked on this western area. Let's go on. We've got the Army of Eastern Tennessee. It's 11,100 men. That's a decent force, but their readiness is not quite high enough for us to start moving just yet. I mean, it's getting close, but it's not that high. And if we have another closer look, actually the units in here are very poorly equipped, apart from Rains' brigade with Enfield rifles, but everybody else is with mixed muskets, mixed cavalry weapons. We do have 12-pound Napoleons in here, which is handy, but the rest of the infantry is poorly equipped. Kirby Smith, he's an alright commander. He's got decent stats here, so let's see what he can do. So let's move across here towards the western part of Tennessee. We've got at the very far west here at Memphis, Van Dorn, he's battered basically. His readiness is all the way to the bottom. It's going to take him weeks to get ready to be able to move. We've got, facing us up here, we've got Pope's army. I think it's about 20,000 men. They're slowed down at island number 10, but I mean, if we're being realistic, McCowan's 4,000 men are not going to be able to hold that. So it's only a matter of time before that falls, and then they'll be pushing down on Fort Pillow. Hopefully that will slow them down again and give us a chance to get these guys ready. But again, there's only 10,000 of them. Let's move across here. This is the Army of Tennessee. Actually, just before I get onto them, Army of Northern Virginia, I've switched out the commander. I've put Lee in charge. We've taken out Joe Johnston. Lee's in charge there. So back to the Army of Mississippi. What I would really like to do is I would like to strike the Army of Tennessee. Before the Army of Ohio can join them. But, and I know a lot of you guys, I mean, again, we discussed this in Discord. If you're not on the Discord, well, why not come and say hello on Discord? We do have some nice chats on there. But anyway, so a lot of you guys want me to go and hit these dudes. But again, I mean, if we have a look here, Breckinridge's corps readiness is in the orange, nowhere near the yellow. I don't think he's going to take part in that fight if we move up there now. I don't think he will. And bear in mind, they've got 39,000 men. We can field a grand total here of 35,500. We need every man we can get. So Hardy's corps, again, is not ready. Not even in the yellow. So I'm going to move these guys across. I'm also moving up Bragg. He is in the yellow, as is Polk. But Hardy and Breckinridge are not. So that's 13,000 men who are not ready. And they will not take part in that fight. If we go and engage them, they will not take part in that fight with being in at that level of readiness. So it's a problem. Like, that's a real problem. A major issue. Okay. So there's that. Let's move a little bit further south. We've got Union troops in the Gulf. They've already captured this Mississippi City here. This is giving them a supply depot, a supply point. The Army of the Gulf is here. It's only 4,700 men. I'm sure there must be more troops here, but we can't see them if there are. What I'm doing here, I'm putting some troops together in New Orleans. It's Lovell's command. About 5,000 men they'll have. Not much of a force. Again, pretty poorly armed, really. These boys were the garrison of one of the forts. I've pulled them out because I feel like they're probably better off in a field army. The New Orleans garrison here under McClelland. You know, I don't know how they're going to do. We've got some artillery recruiting in, but they're 22 days away, so Christ knows how this is going to happen and what's going to happen down here. But that's there. What else have I done then? So let's move off into the Trans-Mississippi. We had nobody at all in the Trans-Mississippi. No troops at all. Nobody. Not a single man other than a couple of fort garrisons. So what I've done here, I've put Beauregard in here. General P.G.T. Beauregard. We've raised up the Army of Arkansas. It's a small force, 2 little divisions. So we've got Sibley's Cavalry Division. This consists of Pike's Indian Brigade. Now, these guys were also in a garrison out in Texas. I've pulled them out and put them in here. Like, mixed weapons again. And then I've raised these guys also from the Indian Territory under Stand Waddy. So we've got some Indian troops in here. This is basically an Indian Territory division. We've also got some artillery coming from the Indian Territory, but they are somewhere off 52 days and 43 days. So it's going to be almost 2 months before these guys are ready. In addition to that, we've got a division of infantry, the Texas Division. All these guys are from Texas. We've got McCullough in charge. Then we've got Maxey's brigade of Texans again. But I mean, I'll hopefully be able to upgrade the weapons a little once we get some in. We've got Thomas Green's brigade as well, and some artillery under de Polignac. 6-pounders. We've got no guns. We've got no weapons. Alright, so that's where we are. That is the state of play. It's a difficult spot to be in. This is the biggest concern here. We've got to halt their advance on Richmond, sorry. We've got to do something here, basically. It's a real hard start. This is much harder than I was expecting, to be honest, which is good. Oh yes, we also have an army down here, Army of the South, with 5,200 men. I mean, I'm not sure if these are going to be an administrative force or if they're going to be a force we're going to move up here, because there's also Union troops down here in North Carolina somewhere. We've lost sight of them, but they are definitely there. We've seen them before. And as we can see, they control a massive chunk of North Carolina. So that's the state of play. So let's move on then. Viewer units. I missed a couple when I put these guys in, but I mean, it's pretty hard to keep on top of all the comments and on top of all the units. But let's go through viewer units. Again, if you want to skip this, then, you know, just go ahead and skip in the chapters. We're starting in the east. The Washington Artillery Battalion. Now, you requested these guys, but the Washington Artillery from Louisiana were already in-game under Walton, so I've left them there. I've changed the uniform colours to what you requested. They've got 12-pound Napoleons, so that's all good, I think. We've got Hill's Division with 15,600 men. I'm not sure if there's any viewer units in here. Let's just go through real quick. Yes, we've got the Tidewater boys right there. Oh yeah, the 1st Georgia Sharpshooters. There's a few. I fixed the colours here for you, mate. I think that's what you want. Weapons-wise, like I say, we've got Fayetteville's on order and some other weapons as well, so they'll get an improvement. The Mississippi will have to do for now. It's obviously, should be glad you haven't got muskets. Like these boys, the VMI Infantry, another viewer unit. This is as close as I could get. You can't actually edit the hat colour, so I think this looks close-ish. I hope it's alright for you. Springfield muskets for those boys. But like I say, I'll do what I can with weapons when they come through. That's it for Hill's Division. Let's move on to Longstreet. We've got the Royal Black Watch under Kemper. Now, one of you guys requested a unit under Kemper. I can't remember who it is, but Kemper is already taken by another viewer unit, I'm afraid. So that's the Royal Black Watch under Kemper. The 1st CS Infantry Brigade under Julius Daniel. Oh, yes, it was these guys. The Fredericksburg Home Guard. So I've given you, this is the brigade I've given you. It's under Pickett. If you want somebody else, let me know. There's not that many dudes available who are any good, though. Pickett's pretty decent. You need to get better. If you don't want Pickett, then do let me know. The Chosen Men. I've gone for a field green top with olive green trousers. Springfield muskets for now. Again, we'll fix the weapons as they come. And you're under Cabell, who is a decent commander from West Point. And an infantryman, as requested. The Queen's Own Volunteers. Daniel M. Frost, commanding. Enfield rifles for you guys. The Port Royal Corsairs, another new one here. You've got Mississippi rifles for now. From South Carolina. The 17th Georgia. 17th GA. Springfield muskets for now. Benning from Georgia, of course. If you want different uniforms, give us a shout. I don't mind changing them at all. Georgia Frontiersmen. There we are. Under Sems, who is also from Georgia. You're armed with Mississippi rifles for the moment. The 29th Tennessee Infantry. William B. Bate commanding. Springfield muskets. We've got lots of weapons to replace, of course. Mr. Beast Tigers, you've got Springfield rifle muskets. Look at you. Grumpa's Grunts, Springfield rifles as well. You got a bit battered in that last battle. 300 casualties. The Cockade Brigade, William Mahone, Mississippi rifles. And that's it for the Eastern Theatre troops. Viewer units. Remember, if you want a unit, let me know in the comments. I'm happy to put them in if I can. Of course, I can't always put everybody in that's requested because we due to manpower problems, but usually I can manage. The New Zealand Expeditionary Force, your guys are still recruiting in, 18 days away. They'll get better weapons when they arrive. That's the Army of the South. I may move them out of there. I'm not sure yet. We'll see if we need them to fight down here in the South. If so, then your boys might well stay in there and fight in North Carolina. Or South Carolina, or wherever they go, basically, wherever the enemy goes. No viewer units in the Army of Eastern Tennessee. I think we do have some in Van Dorn's force. Let's take a quick look. Yes, the Yell County Rifles under Whitewood. The Missouri Volunteer Brigade, there's another one. The Big Muddy Brigade under Bowen, as requested, under Bowen. Springfield Rifles for now, muskets for now. I'll improve those guys in a moment. You did ask for brown uniform. I've given them a different colour trousers. I thought that looked a bit better, but if you want brown trousers, let me know, and I don't mind changing that at all. That's that one, and then let's have one last little look here at the at the Army of Mississippi. I think there might be some boys in here. Maybe not. Ah, yeah, the Habsburg Brigade under Philip Phillips from Alabama. Springfield muskets for now. You'll get better weapons when they arrive. The Paducah Volunteers in red. Springfield muskets again. Same thing. And another one all in red, actually, too. So we've got the Paducah... Oh, they're not all in red, but the Paducah Volunteers with black trousers. But the 3rd Arkansas, red tops, red trousers. Under Pierce. Okay. And I think that's it. If you've requested a unit and I haven't read it out, then I've either missed it on here or I haven't put it in. It's, like I say, it's quite difficult to keep on top. I have done as many as I could. But I think I've got everybody. But if not, then, let me know and I'll happily correct that. Okay, so that's the whole overview done and dusted. I mean, I know it was a bit longer than usual, but I thought since we're still in the early stages, maybe it might be worth going over and showing you where everyone's units are, because the first episode was a little bit chaotic and then we lost that battle. So, I'm going to press play here. Let's get started. Let's see what's occurring, what's happening. We are pulling out. The Army of the Valley District has slipped away and is pulling back further, so that's good news at least. We are moving towards Richmond. We've also got the Department of Norfolk coming up to support up here. There's 5,200 more men. This leaves Norfolk open, especially with Union troops marching around here near Raleigh. It's, like I say, it's actually a really tough campaign, this. So we're concentrating these troops together. The 2nd Corps is moving up, the 1st Corps is moving in, the 3rd Corps is also moving in. Now, I've also had discussions with some folk who want me to replace some of the guys, some of the Corps commanders in the Army of the Mississippi. I would like to, But who, like, realistically, I mean, I know Polk was disgraceful in real life. He was not a good commander at all. But his stats are not that bad in this game. I'm surprised Polk's not a political officer. But, you know. Bragg, again, Bragg is not bad. His cunning's not good, but Bragg's not bad. His scores are fine, absolutely fine. I'm not going to replace him. His leadership's a bit low, but I'm not going to replace him. I mean, I could replace him with Joe Johnston. At least I thought I could, but he doesn't seem to be available. Or is he a Brigadier General still? Nope. Where's Joe Johnston? Joe Johnston seems to have disappeared completely. He's not here. Am I missing something? Ah, yes, I am. Artillery's ticked. Okay. But he's not available anyway. I don't really know why not. Oh, because he's a full general, I say, so he must be too high to command a corps. Okay, that's fine. So it was a bit surprising there. But anyway, I'm not going to replace them. I don't think it makes any difference at all in game, if we're being perfectly honest. So we're going to let time tick by slowly. Yeah, so he's managed to pull back at least. And we're moving up here with the Department of Southwestern Virginia. They are creeping up the peninsula and, oh man, are not moving down here. Let's get going, boys. Looks like we've got a bit of snow dropping here on the screen, unless it's rain. Late March. Something I'd like to see in game would be the ability to detach a division. Like what I would like to do here is, you know, once these guys are in, I would love to be able to detach Sibley's division, just a cavalry division, and send them on a raid. Like, why should I have to move a whole corps to raid a territory? You should clearly be able to move divisions, but, you know, you can't. They are pumping up here, and we are barely moving. We're moving slowly on muddy roads, but they are not hindered by that, it seems. Come on, DHL, let's go. We can't do a double march, forced march, sorry. So they've captured Williamsburg. They're right on the outskirts of Richmond. Okay, so Jackson's taking a moment there. Loring's almost arrived. I'm wondering if it might be worth a risk to move the Reserve Corps and take on the Coast Division down here. Is that a risk worth taking? Probably not, actually. Probably not. Okay, how have they got supply? That's what I'd like to know. How have they got any supply down here? Do the Union have any supply down here? Surely they haven't. Local supply, 43% provisions, 42% forage, some artillery ammunition, and some small arms ammunition. So not much there at all. Let's just pause this a moment. I'm going to maybe move one of our fleets up there. Let's see if we can maybe blockade that and give them some more supply problems. So we've got the Richmond Department coming in here as well. It's 9,000 men recruiting in. Jackson's force is slowly recovering their morale. And I was just interrupted by the door there, so back to it now. Okay, they are really pushing up here. And they are split, but I think they're well within command reach. As you can see, we don't have that many troops available. We've got 33,000. I don't want to waste them all. Well, not waste, but I don't really want to pull men in if I can help it. But I'm going to recruit another brigade into this force here, the Army of the South. That's going to take them up to 7,500 men, which should hopefully put them in a position where they can take on the Coast Division. Maybe, or at least give them something to think about. As soon as Hardy and Braga up into yellow, we're going to move on them. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to form a whole new Shenandoah department here. I'm going to make them a new organization so they're not attached to this army. So it's going to be the Shenandoah department. It's going to be under Joe Johnston for now. Oh, we can't do that actually because it's still damn core. We haven't got the army organization. Okay, I'm not going to bother with that then. Okay, so that doesn't work because we haven't unlocked the organization reform, even though you do have several core in the field. It just doesn't work like that. Okay, they're still pumping up here. McDowell's first corps, yeah, hasn't moved. We're going to get Gustavus Smith down here. It's got to be done. Oh, another viewer unit here that I missed out. Sons of Columbia under States Right Gist. I never know how to say that name. But he's there anyway. Sorry, I missed him out before. Still going to be a couple of weeks before they're ready though. I'll tell you what, maybe we will take the initiative here. Maybe we will push on them. Like, what is actually happening here? What on earth are they doing? So they have somehow managed to capture this prison camp. I mean, what the? All right, so we've got a really messed up battle going on here. The 4th Corps has come into contact with Magruder, I think. We've got hours to wait for reinforcements to arrive. So have they. It's going to be a piecemeal sort of engagement. Let's give it a go. Let's see how this goes. So numbers are looking fairly even. 50,000 or so under McClellan and 45,500 under Lee. Defensive position. They're telling us they've got 31,000 men. Foggy. 44 Fahrenheit. Pretty cold. The map is rough. Where's the Union coming from? Here. Halfway house. So we've got the James River on our right. More water in the centre here and a swamp on the far right. So that kind of suits us actually. Does that mean they're going to have to come straight at us this way? Or is there another entry point where they're coming from? I'm not seeing it if there is. Let's check out order of battle, see when we've got men arriving. So yeah, we've got the guys who are with Lee. So we've got Pendleton with some guns, Stuart with his cavalry. And we've got Longstreet arriving in 5 hours from 6 Mile Ordinary. Hill arrived in 5 hours from the same place. And Yuji, 10 hours from the same place. Alright, so... And then the Richmond department, that's just Holmes himself. So, I mean, there's nobody in there yet. Nobody's being recruited in. Alright, I'll set up some defences and we'll cut back in when that's done and dusted. And we'll see where we're at. We'll have a look at this. Let's see where they're coming from. See what their plan's going to be. Actually, well, they could come this way and try and outflank us. So we're going to have to guard this section. We'll use this, the neck pond here, as our anchor on our left flank, and we'll set up defences. Let's get going. Alright, so we've gone for a fairly basic defensive position. We just have to try and hold this until our reinforcements arrive. We've got Benning's brigade holding our right flank at this crossing area in case they try and come this way. We've got some guns up on this little hill. Pelham with his 12-pound Blakeleys and 6-pound field guns. Got most of Toombs's division in this area here behind some cover. 6-pound field guns again. I mean, the weapons are shocking. Lee's cavalry brigade, that's Fitzhugh Lee. They're just in some parapets here defending our centre. I've got Griffith's brigade, not dug in or anything like that. They're going to be a bit mobile and possibly move about. Then we've got Frost, the Queen's Own Volunteers, that is, and Kershaw's Port Royal Corsairs. They're kind of watching our left flank. And that's about it. There's not much to be going on with here, so let's get started and let's get going. We're starting at 8:30 a.m. They're starting off straight away with 29,000 in the field, so we are more than 2-to-1 outnumbered to start with. So all our guys are coming in from here, the 6 Mile Ordinary. somewhere behind the line. We're going to have to power up to get into position. I may just get these guys to construct some parapets just for some experience and give them something to do. Giving out long-range orders for the infantry. Union morale is quite a bit lower than ours. They had 48, we had 68. However, with numbers like that, I think you can live with that kind of morale disparity. Fitzhugh Lee's brigade armed with Merrill carbines. Decent weapons. Here they come. We can see the dust getting kicked up there on the road. Let's slow it down. Not seeing anything from this right flank, but I'm not going to move Benning's brigade just yet. It's 9:20 in the morning. Let's just check the arrival times here. 4 hours and 5 hours. So Longstreet slightly ahead of Hill. So they've actually split off down this road. So they might still push on our right. And for some reason these guns can't fire over this lake. Why not? Why not? And these guns have got no range, no field of fire at all. They can't apparently fire anywhere. The artillery in this game it's laughable, honestly. It's just absolutely laughable. Oh, so they are... Let's just pause a second. They're powering down here with their cavalry. So let's mount our cavalry up and reposition them. Oh my god, we are not in range. Gonna lie our boys down behind the cover. Hopefully that's gonna spare them some casualties. Our guns are at least opening up on these guys, but these are 6-pound guns. They're bound to cause some problems to them. So there's the infantry. Everyone's coming down this way, it seems. The cavalry has pulled back. Maybe because we lay our guys down. The skirmishers are moving in here, but I just want to distract them a little bit, maybe, and see if that does anything. I mean, I doubt it, but you never know. So they've pulled back and they are now lying down. Both sides taking a handful of casualties. Maybe our Mississippi rifles will have nice further range than their rifles. And we can inflict some casualties from distance. Yeah, they're pushing straight on us. Causing massive casualties immediately. I'm quite happy for this. It's going to give our men some time to come up, our reserves. Obviously, it means their reserves can come up as well, but, you know, we are happy with that. More skirmishers joining this fight. Some pretty heavy skirmishing happening here, actually. Pretty loud. We've driven their skirmishers away. That's nice. Let's slow this down a moment. Make sure that things are still working out all right. Yeah, it was very timid. I guess maybe that's the McClellan factor here. I'm going to pull out Kershaw's skirmishers. Pretty close to breaking them. We've got 3 new companies up here. Here comes more of his reinforcements, though. Maybe just guys coming down, I'm not sure. Still says they've got 29,000 in the field. Pulling Fitzhugh out of here, and we're going to put Griffith's brigade into these defences that they've constructed for us. I'm not sure if this is just a distraction. Can they come around somewhere else? I don't think they can, but not sure. Oh, we just spotted somebody over here as well, so we could be getting outflanked all over the place. We'll have to keep an eye on this. Let's have a little look how long our guys are going to be. Longstreet, 3 hours still. We've managed to inflict 200 casualties on the enemy. 46 of our men have lost their lives or been wounded. Regular brigade is taking some heavy casualties to them. We're still moving in, marching in. See blue corpses littering the floor here. They will surely drive Cobb's guys back here. And lie them down, see if it can last a little longer. I know reloading is a little slower then, but we will lose a few less men. And the fewer casualties we take, obviously the better it is for us in the long run. The 1st Brigade marching on. It's still the 4th Corps. These troops are all from the 4th Corps, I think. Yeah. These are from the Infantry Reserve, Army Potomac. And the Engineer Brigade are also from the Reserve. They're somewhat spread out. How about we let Cobb be routed here? Because they're going to keep pushing forward and take casualties from their flank while that's happening. Yeah, there they go. Still 3 hours. I'm going to pull the skirmishers back. No, 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 no. I think we've done a pretty decent job of slowing them down and helping us to get closer to our reinforcement time. We do have 2 brigades on this right flank now. It's looking pretty empty in the centre. Nah, they've sent our men running. I think Sem should be able to pull out of here. However, even if we manage to win here, it's possible that these guys are going to retreat down towards North Carolina, and that's it's going to cause a whole world of hurt. I wonder if I move these guns up, will they come in at canister range? That would be nice. Let's just try it. Nah, I don't think so. Even if we moved them right up there, they wouldn't. They're just going to come into fire, actually. Here we go. He's actually moving forward now. Okay, so I think this was a feint on our right. Let's get Griffith moving back over this way. I hope this isn't a mistake. Get the 6-pounders over this way as well. Two more hours. It's like the longest 5 hours I've ever been. Alright, here we go then. The Cobbs take 64 casualties from one volley of these guys, even though we're in cover. I'll move Kershaw in. See if we can hit these guys in the flank a little. Ah, more troops pushing down on this flank. Leave the guns here, offer some sort of support, except they're not in any sort of firing range now. Excellent. Okay, so like we took 126 casualties in this fight. They were already on 250, and they're still on they're just on 300. They're taking artillery fire and infantry fire with armed with Enfields, but it's just doing nothing. Two hours still for Longstreet. By my reckoning, they should be here by now. I just don't see how this can come out positive. Cobb's going to run in a second. Come on, Kershaw, let's move it. They're not even flashing or anything. We've got 550 men. Come on, Kershaw, move faster. Honestly, it's like these guys are asleep, I feel like sometimes. They are really mastering on our rights. That's not a feint at all. Got to push these guys back. How are they still fighting in the field? Here they come. This regular brigade is unbeatable. Come on, there's 750 men in the ground, on the ground. Let's get these guys beaten back. They're taking point-blank artillery fire, infantry fire from behind cover, and these guys are just not breaking. Come on. Because what the hell are these doing? Why would they be swinging around like that? Why would this be happening? Just get on these defenses. Cobb has been absolutely smushed here. 661 casualties. The rate that these men are dropping is outrageous behind the cover. It's almost like being in the cover is worse than not being in cover. They're finally flashing. It's 1,100 casualties though. Not broken. Keep pressing them, boys. Come on. Where are reinforcements? I cannot believe that we've not managed to break this unit. But, I mean, Cobb's going to break any second. Can't help but think maybe this on very hard, it's a bit too hard to break these units. I mean, I like a challenge and everything, but it's just... How can this unit not be broken with 50% casualties? Falling back in good order. Anybody else think this is bullshit? 1,500 casualties, 1,200 left standing, they're still fine. Where are our reinforcements? Oh, really? 15 losses in there, panic. Ah, so they're finally broken, even though they managed to disengage. But anyway, never mind. We'll take that. And I think some of our guys have arrived. Some now arrived. Oh, their men have arrived. Where are our men? $15,000 men, infantry, 1,000 cavalry, and 25 more guns. So, where are our troops? Get your arse in the field. Come on. Are they just out for a picnic somewhere? At last, Longstreet's here. And Hill, okay. We're going to have to give them a moment to get on the field and then get them up here. One's going to reinforce our right flank, the other's going to go up here onto the left. And hope that they can get there in time. AP Hill's boys are going to run up here. Double time it. Here they come. We are taking casualties because their artillery can fire on us. We can't fire on them. This is a massive push. They are already in range and we're nowhere near. Taking artillery fire from the Union because, I mean, for some reason we can never hit anybody outside of this sort of range. The Union artillery just bombards you from anywhere they fancy. You know, if we look at the topography here, our men are on hills. It just doesn't make any difference. charged our dismounted cavalry, but they've held firm. Stand still. Stand still. Alright, so Kemper and Jenkins are at least arriving. Pickett is moving up as well. So are some other forces. Still got a bit of mess down here though. Here they come again. Now skirmish is driven back. Fitzhugh-Lee's flashing here, panicking. Of course, no effect for the 1st Brigade attacking us, but Fitzhugh-Lee is well, he's stable actually still, but he's flashing. That means he's not going to last long. Taking a lot of artillery casualties here as well, since they can magically fire at us, but we can't even see them. What can you do? Nothing. I want Cobb to pull back from the main line here. Mike Jenkins can plug that gap. We're going to start swinging around with some of our infantry. Thanks to break this division, brigade, excellent. Kemp is almost here to take the place of Fitzhugh-Lee. We'll pull him back in a moment. Hard to tell who's moving up and who isn't. Yeah. Pendleton's artillery here, they are struggling with casualties. Kemp and Jenkins are arriving. This is hopefully going to help turn the tide a little. Kershaw's arrived here, and Sem's on the flank as well, ripping their 3rd Brigade to shreds. Hopefully he'll be away soon. Griffiths is moving across. I'm going to see if we can hit into the 2nd Brigade here. The guns are pulling back. They've lost 56 men. We're driving back this 1st Brigade on the right flank again. Benning suffered 470 casualties. I was considering a little counter-attack there, but I think time isn't right for that. Terry's brigade has also arrived. I want to try and do a little counter-attack up here through these woods. Send out another skirmisher detachment from Cobb's brigade. Kershaw and Sems are fighting hard. That's the Georgia Frontiersmen and the Port Royal Corsairs, both lots doing some heavy fighting here. And we've managed to send this brigade running. Excellent. So I think Fitzhugh Lee is done there, but let's pull him out of there. Get Kemper up in these defences, and we're almost ready to launch a bit of a counter-attack here, I think. Ah, there we are. Excellent. Don't want to go too crazy with any counter-attacking because they still have a numerical advantage, but we want to give them a bloody nose here. This has been a long fight. I hope it's been entertaining for you guys. 3rd Brigade coming for a swim. Go on, Micah Jenkins, get in there. Skirmishers out. Hit their guns. Come on. Royal Black Watch. Let's give them a minute just to recover because they're winded. They're double quicked all the way up here. We are now starting to arrive in some... Oh! I did not see that coming. Not at all. Not at all. Come on, Pickett. This is the Fredericksburg Home Guard. Let's get them straight into this fight. Wilcox's brigade as well. Come on. Let's see what's coming here. This is they've done a nice job outflanking us. I did not expect that. I think that's McClellan here, right at the front. Yep. Pelham losing men. That's... oh, damn it. Both our gun batteries knocked out here. Let's get some infantry on them. This was not expected. I'm fighting a two-pronged battle here. Chosen men coming into the fight. Quite a lot of troops arriving on our flank. This must be Sumner's Corps, I think. Terrible weapons are really hindering us here. The Springfield muskets just cannot compete with their rifles. Wilcox, halt! Try a cavalry charge with Munford. I'm sure it won't end well. Never usually does, but I thought I would give it a try. Ah, man. Wilcox has advanced far too far forward. This is a really, really tough fight. A lot to keep on top of here as well. That's just skirmishers up here. Damn it, Wilcox is broken. John B. Gordon, 1st Georgia Sharpshooters arriving now. They're going to take their place in the battle line. Munford's cavalry's broken. There was only 400 of them. They were pretty much in the front line there. Last of our reserves coming up here. They're pushing up into the flank. BMI infantry going to get involved as well, I think. Let's see where. Do we need anywhere? Anything needs to reinforced on the right flank? I think we're okay here. I feel a lot better if we could take out this artillery. Oh, what? Why are these... Stop, 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 stop. Okay, roads, maybe you could start following some orders. Oh, the chosen men are broken. Close range artillery fires done them over. I cannot believe what is happening over here. What are these guys doing? How is Jenkins and Terry broken? You're going to break as well, are you, Pickett? This is an artillery battery under fire from 3 brigades of infantry, and they are just standing there taking it. That cannot be. Oh my god. Pickett's men running. 300 casualties. This artillery battery is still here in the field, blaring away at our men, slaughtering them at close range. At last. It's a messy fight, a long fight, a hard fight. Here they come again. We've managed to pick up some artillery, I think. No, not quite yet. Ah, damn it. Rhodes is wounded. Still pressing this fight. It's a tough one. Frost's boys engaged here. The Queen's Own Volunteers taking some fairly heavy casualties. The biggest problem we have is their damn artillery, which is managed to smash our men, even though we can't ever get a shot on them. There's no reason why these shouldn't be able to hit them. Bell withdrawn. The chosen men, they got battered. frost is almost broken as well. Our men are breaking so quickly. And of course, once a unit starts breaking, you cannot withdraw them because they will simply flee. Oh, Benning's broken on our right flank. Get Fitzhugh Lee back in here. I had thought this battle was in the bag, but it doesn't feel like that way now. It really doesn't. Frost is broken. Jesus. If you just wouldn't mind getting into the defences, then that would be fine. Like, you know, like I told you to in the first place. Not a single one of our brigades has rallied either. Why idle? Get firing. a slog this has been. Alright, so we'll try and maintain our defensive line here. Trimble's arriving with a fresh brigade. I think we've managed to repel these boys here. Usually arrives. Hey, our last reinforcements. Frost has rallied nice, and so has Micah Jenkins. Not so nice for Richard Taylor, who's wavering with 140 casualties here out in the woods from exhaustion, I guess. Looks like this might go to day 2. This is an endlessly long battle. Appalling casualties for us and pretty bad for them. Taylor's broken, of course. 160 casualties. Ridiculous. picket has reformed as well. Nice. Just let them rest up there. End of the day. All right. Whew. Day 2 deployment. So I'll tell you what, this has been going on for quite some time. I'm going to cut the episode right here, mid-battle. It's not something I usually do, but we'll be back with the next part of this battle in the next episode. We'll get back to some campaign play. Between episodes, I'll do a little bit of redeployment. This was a hell of a long fight. It's been going on and on. I've been actually in game now for almost 3 hours. So I don't know how long it'll be by the time I've edited it down, but this has been a long time coming. I need a little break, and I'll see you back in the next episode. Thanks very much for watching. If you're new here, why not subscribe and come back for more? Ta-ra for now.